Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another sketch challenge for the Hip Kit Club design team, and I am using the January 2017 Hip Kits. And when I was going through the papers, I really liked this like honeycomb paper, and I thought it'd be really good just to use it as like a cut apart and just see where I can go with it. As I do have the sketch, but I did want to give it my own little take, so I kind of just pulled out some things from the kits, and I really used all the American Crafts, what is it called? The Hazelwood 1 Canoe 2 collection, and I'm not sure if it's called Hazelwood or if it's 1 Canoe 2. I'm not sure what the collection is actually called, but I'm using a lot from that line. So I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to start cutting apart this honeycomb. And it was so hard for me to cut apart because it's really pretty, and I don't know, I have a thing for pretty paper. If I cut it apart, I feel guilty. So let me know if you guys have the same feeling about your paper. I know I'm weird, that's really weird to say, but that's just how I feel. So, okay, so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to cut this apart. And looking at the sketch, it's again using more photos than what I have of the occasion that I am documenting. So I just go ahead and I opt out on certain things and just try to make it as close to the sketch as I can. But I like seeing other people's take on this. So if you like the sketch challenges, you guys should try them out and post it over on our Facebook Hip Kit Club Facebook forum, and you guys post all your stuff on there, and we always like to see other people's take on the sketches, so you guys should definitely do that if you are interested in doing it. So okay, so I got this design, or I got it all cut apart, and I'm kind of just placing it in different spots, and this is what I came up with. I took away that pattern paper on the left side, and I just more focused on things that were going to go in the middle. And this is kind of the design I came up with. So that way I'm still keeping the clustering in the middle of the paper. So it's still going with the sketch, and so I really like it, but I'm just still kind of messing around to see what I want to incorporate. But I love the honeycomb. It's so pretty. I just think it's something different too, and we don't really see a lot of honeycomb patterns in a lot of the collections, so I like it. And I'm using a lot of like light pastel colors, and then my photo is like super dark and it's of my son, and a lot of people would say this is a more feminine colors and layout, but I think it goes all right. I think it works. So, and I definitely wanted to document this picture of my son. We were up in the mountains, and we were sitting by one of the streams and coming off of the mountain, and there was like this little bridge, and we just sat there and we had our little ice cream cone. So that was such a great moment for us, and it was just me and him, and it was fun. So I definitely want to document this for him and I to remember. So okay, I'm going to go in with some watercoloring, and I'm just using regular cardstock. I did not put a base down for my watercoloring. I don't use a lot of my watercolors or like mixed media, so I feel like I can get away with doing it just straight on the paper. But if I was going to go really heavy on the mixed media, I'd probably put some gesso down or something like that, but I just use just a little bit of watercoloring. So, and I keep taking the photo back to see if I want to add more, or if I want to incorporate a different color, or just positioning my photo so that I can see how much product I need where. So, and I'm mixing, let's see, I mixed yellow, and I mixed some of like a peachy color. And I just kind of mixed that, and I really didn't care if it came out like a dark yellow or like a bright. It just, because I had all the colors going on in that honeycomb color, I knew it's right in that ballpark, so I wasn't too picky about my colors turning out a specific way. So, and I like how this is looking. It came together really well. Sometimes you got to really work at your mixed media to make it come out okay. But I've found out the more messier you get, the better the outcome. So I have been practicing for a while now with my mixed media. I'm going to add a few more splatters. And I love this look. It just gives it so much more interest to your layout, I feel like. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. So I'm going to turn my camera off. I'm going to come back to it, and it's dried. And you can see it's a little bit lighter than what how it went onto the paper in the first place. So that's expected when something like that dries. And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to layer up my photos, or layer up my photo with some Project Life cards. And then I'm going to start building up my layout. So I decided I'm going to change up. I'm going to put some vellum behind my photo just because I wanted to look a little airy, you know, because I have so much going on in the background. I don't want too much going on behind my photo. So I put that vellum back there just to give it another layer effect, but it's like not too much behind the photo. And then I go in with this yellow Project Life card and I add that, and I took out the blue one. So I like how that's looking. And then I cut apart some of these honeycombs, I guess are hexagon shapes, and I'm just going to sporadically put them around my mixed media and my photo. And then I really like this polka dot it, and I really wanted to use it, but I just didn't have any other colors like that. I didn't have a lot of black or white going on, so I just opted out not to use that little scrap piece. So I like how my honeycomb is looking there. So I'm going to go ahead and commit to that. And then what am I doing now? I'm going to add some thread. That's what I'm going to do. So I add some yellow thread, and I really like this too because it adds a lot of different textures and just some more interest, and you can incorporate more color this way. And sometimes thread gives me some hard time, so sometimes I have to fiddle with it more than expected. So, like right here. I want to lay a certain way, and sometimes it doesn't always work for me. Okay, so I'm using this sticker sheet, and I love that bee. I really want to use the bee. And then I love this corkboard from the same collection, the American Crafts Hazelwood collection. I love that. It's so just different, and I like that. I like different. Then I'm going to go in with these Studio Calico. What are they? They're Studio Calico 7 paper, and there's 118 puffy stickers. And I spell out the my in there just to give it some, you know, interest, different, you know, make it different than these gold stickers. And I wanted to use these stickers, the American Crafts, and these are called Celebrate. And I like those to spell out honey, just because they remind me of a honey color. So it says Love My Honey. And I was going to put bee, Love My Honeybee, but I was putting that bee down there, like that little sticker of the bee. So I thought that was another way to incorporate, you know, a bee. So I love my title. I think it's super cute. And you know, when you're outside and you're having some ice cream and it's nice and sweet, you know, those honeybees, they love to buzz around and sniff what you're eating. So I thought it just all incorporated very well. Okay, so I wanted to add this frame because I had a mustache, and you know, with it being my son, I just felt like this kind of went with this layout. So I really wanted to incorporate it, but it just really wasn't working. So I ended up not using the frames. But those are the Project Life frames, and they're for the Intax. I think that's how you say it. Oh, I'm not sure how you say it. But they're the little camera frames. So if you have the Intax camera, I feel like I'm saying that wrong. If you have that camera and it prints out those little photos, these little frames go around it. So I think it's super cute, but I obviously am going to use them on my layouts in a different way. So, because I do not own that camera, but that would be super fun if I did. Okay, so I'm going to add some more of these around, and I'm just going to see where I want to put this bee at. So I find the perfect spot for that. And then I like this 5 here because he was 5, and it comes that, oh, what's it called? The cork shapes, that's what they're called, from the same collection. There's a lot of numbers in that package, so I thought, well, I could just put a 5 here, and that incorporates his age. So telling more of the story through what I'm putting on my layout instead of just putting it in my journaling. So I really like this. I think it's coming out really good. I love the different shapes of the hexagon. Are they octagon? Okay. I don't know. I'm having a lot of brain farts today on this voiceover. Okay, so these rub-on butterfly stickers, oh my goodness, you guys, they are beautiful. And I wanted to incorporate some more of that blue just to bring it out in his shirt, but I decided it was just too dark, so I go back and I cut out some of the lighter color butterflies. So you'll see I cut out some blue ones, but then I go back. Where do I go? Yeah, I have a yellow one there on the right, and then I go back and pick another lighter one. And I just wanted to incorporate those butterflies because they were gorgeous. How could you not? So, but that's pretty much my layout. I still have some of the pictures coming up, some close-ups, and I fiddle around just a couple more times on this layout. I hope you guys enjoyed this layout, or in the sketch challenge. If you guys join us, please post it on the Facebook forum. And then you guys can find me on my Instagram, my blog, or on Facebook. And if you guys have any questions or comment, just leave it below. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I reached 1,000 subscribers. You guys, you're the best, and thank you so much. I'm so grateful, and this has been so much fun. So I can't wait to see what more, fun things come to this channel. But I know I'm having a blast, and I hope you guys are enjoying all these fun projects that I'm doing. So, okay, I will leave you with some music and some pictures, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.